Hi Libra, the Awakened Dreamer here to give you a timeless tarot reading. So whenever you find yourself guided or drawn to this video, it's most definitely meant for you. And I do want to take this moment to remind you, of course, to like the video. Do leave me a comment about your situation, how the reading resonates, or some emojis if you so choose. And don't you dare forget to subscribe to this lovely channel. Join the Libra tribe if you haven't done so already. And interestingly enough, I have two timeless readings here that I'm going to end up doing for you, but I'm being drawn to do, or guided to do, the second one. And when meditating on your energy overall for the reading, the message that came through was a time to shine for all to see. A time to shine for all to see. Absolutely love it. So we're going to do something different today. We're going to pull we're aiming for about 4 oracle cards from the Starseed Oracle deck, and then we're going to further clarify from, or with the Mermaid Tarot deck. Wow, I struggled. This is new to my collection. It is absolutely beautiful. Okay, let's put this aside. I'm hearing nervous but excited, and it's kind of the vibe I'm getting and picking up on within your energy. Feeling that just kind of one or both come over you often recently. Interesting. Spirit didn't like how I worded that, but we're moving on. Keep in mind as I do the initial shuffling that this is a general timeless read for the sign of Libra, my lovely Librans. Whatever placements you have in your chart, all of which apply. If you're here to hear about a Libra, more than welcome to join, but due to it being general, take what resonates and leave it doesn't for somebody else. But as well, don't you dare forget to check out your other placements within your chart for more messages. All right. And let's see here as well. I'm accepting requests at this time for personal readings. Do head down to the description box where you'll see the options, pricing, and my email. And yeah, just reach out. I'll get that started for you. All right. Okay. I'm being told to sit back, and I feel like that was also a message for you to sit back. I'm a Leo, Libra if you're new to the channel. All right, for our lovely Libras. Thank you, Spirit, for Libra. Okay, we got 1. What else do we have? Thank you, Spirit, for Libra. We have 2. Wow. Might be certain elements surrounding you at this time or changes that are just kind of shocking you or surprising you. And for Libra. Okay, we want this one. Bear with me. They're just sticking together a little bit. So let's see here. We'll share your song, frequency of sound, diving deep. I'm hearing, as I'm a little bit shaky within your energy, it's also due to my environment, bear with me, to dive deep, take a leap of faith as you're being pushed to shine for all to see. Well, let's clarify this card for the Whale and Orca Elders card. We have the Queen of Wands, as well as your energy, Justice. Allow for the changes that take place moving forward to inspire you, to move you in a direction you're meant to move in. It feels like your passion may have went out recently or is just coming back to be. Ooh, interesting. I'm hearing let the scales balance out. You're not ready just yet, but there's a feeling that changes are on the horizon. But in the meantime, you can still shine for all to see. For some of you, those changes are happening sooner, and through those changes, you're more able to shine for all to see. But it feels like you, in one way, shape, or form, need to get your voice out there, or just be in the spotlight somehow. Some of you don't feel comfortable in the spotlight. It's time to accept that that's where you're meant to be, even if it's a temporary placement in your life. Stay focused. It's time to shine. And it feels like it could either be a very prepping kind of stage for you, or, you know, you're, again, making those changes that are necessary moving forward. But you do need to kind of take, you're being pushed by Spirit in the universe to take a leap of faith in order to balance out the scales, to see the justice that you deserve at this time. It feeling like things haven't been perfectly easy up until this point, but it does feel like they're going to get a little bit easier moving forward, but more fiery at the same time. Feeling like, again, not even just the scales balancing out, but given that we have these two cards, your emotional sort of watery side and your fiery passionate side will start to kind of balance out and work together, rather than sort of feeling like your emotions overwhelm you at times, or your passion sort of fiery side overwhelms you as well. Beautiful. And we're moving on to weight of the world. Boundaries, let it go. It's not yours to carry. Okay, so let's clarify this one. For the weight of the world card, thank you, Spirit, for Libra. What else do we have? Ooh, bear with me for Libra. Yeah, see, it feels like, again, emotions will kind of resurface at times where it just feels like changes are a lot to handle. Okay, interesting. We have 4. I don't know how that came to be. We have the 5 of Cups, the 4 of Swords, the 4 of Wands, and the Page of Swords. So it feels like at times certain people and situations coming to an end, or things not working out perfectly, are hard not to focus on, right? You being pushed by Spirit in the universe to stay focused on the positive, on what's going to happen, what's going to pan out, rather than what's fallen to the wayside. Or do you get what I'm saying? And with the 4 of Swords, at times you being pushed to just simply take a rest, feeling like you've been through a lot, and it feels like there are energies around you that are just not helping. Or just are holding you back in one way, shape, or form, or making it more difficult to shine. Feeling like, if you look at this imagery, you drown at times in your emotions, or it feels like situations or energies around you are kind of pushing you down under the water in a sense. And I know that sounds dramatic, but you need your time to rest and kind of at times step back and figure out how you feel about situations, or just kind of what you want out of your life for some of you. Stay focused, you're almost there, and it feels like at times you lose sight of that, but it's like you're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel or in the distance, and you're just like, okay, I gotta light the way until I get to that point. Listen to Spirit as they communicate with you in weird, sort of different ways that you may not be used to. A lot of you through animals, if you look here. I was very drawn towards the bunny or the rabbit. Sign of fertility, giving birth to something new, and a few other great things. But then we also have the 4 of Wands and the Page of Swords, and it feels like, once again, balance and celebration will start to come into play moving forward if they haven't already. And you'll find that you're learning new things, you're gaining new knowledge, and all the meanwhile, the knowledge and wisdom you've gained over time is starting to come back into play. And you're figuring out how things are meant to kind of pan out to a certain extent, while you're being pushed to accept the mystery of life as well. Certain skill sets will come into play that you wouldn't expect. You know, like something you picked up randomly or something you learned randomly will come into play within your job or within a conversation, and you'll impress somebody. And you're going to find that all of which is just, everything's coming full circle. And you might find yourself getting goosebumps, and it's a sign that you're being guided, that your spirit guides are very much present and backing you up while things are happening behind the scenes. And you also might find yourself going on very sort of calm but content rants and being like, well, that was a run-on sentence. Let me gather my thoughts. And we're moving on to I Remember. Soul plan, the fated life versus the destiny life. You might at times feel like you're too much for other people, and then at other times you're like, I really just don't care. But then at other times you feel like you care. Being torn, you know, between the two, it's like, I care a lot, but then I just don't care enough, right? So let's pull some tarot for this. I Remember. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. Wow, yeah, I really feel like people are stressing you out at this time, and it's making it difficult for you to shine, but it's like you're making adjustments and changes, or you will soon enough, to kind of minimize their role in your life, or that situation will be removed altogether. And it just feels like with the Sun in reverse and the Devil, these situations or people are just not healthy for you, right? Or at times you overthink things to the extent of you feeling drained and depleted, and feeling like you just don't have a lot to give, feeling drawn back to the 4 of Swords. You need more rest and TLC in your life. With the Page of Cups, it just feels like you're at times being drawn to remember things from the past or from your childhood, a very nostalgic feeling. And you're just kind of all the meanwhile being like, oh, I'm just over the past, but I can't help but revisit it. There's something to be gained from it. You know, you might find yourself remembering certain things about past situations that weren't ideal, and it will come in handy in some way, shape, or form moving forward. A lesson to be learned or something to gain from it. And feeling like at times you're a fish out of water, just kind of struggling or just out of place in your environment or several environments, and just feeling like you're ready for the new. But a lot of you, it's close, it's just not there yet, or you're just not there yet. It just feels like at times you lack that level of happiness, or it's just kind of like blah. But at the same time, going back to the Oracle card, you're being reminded of your destiny in one way, shape, or form, or getting more in touch with your destiny. It's interesting we were talking about being nostalgic in memory, because I almost forgot this card was called I Remember. And it feels like some of you might be just sort of looking at your own reflection or reflecting over your life in general and just wondering if this is all you have to experience. And you'll be reminded that there's so much more on the horizon, and a lot of which is just inspiring you to shine your own Libran light, your uniqueness for all to see. Wow. And we're moving on to the last and final card, which is Baby Steps, Action. Follow your intuition before it makes sense. So let's pull some tarot for this. Didn't even have to speak for that one. What else do we have? Thank you, Spirit, for Libra, for baby steps. I just was told by Spirit to look up as I was looking down at the cards while I was shuffling. And I had this moment where you can't see it, but I just kind of smiled at the camera. You might find that you're kind of camera ready, or just feeling like you're put in situations where on social media or whatever the case may be, where people have their eyes on you. Good for you. I feel like you're good looking. Okay. So we have the Seven of Pentacles coming out second, but the Page of Pentacles as well. So it's the second page, feeling kind of pushed to take a fresh mindset. And for some of you, it's on your finances solely. But with this being for the Baby Steps card, it does feel like you need to kind of take a step back and trust your intuition, the gut feeling that it comes over you at times, being overlooked way too often. And you just kind of intuitively knowing that you're meant for success moving forward. You're meant for a lot in your life. You're meant for more than you're experiencing at this time, but then doubting that it's actually going to come to be. Feeling like, things are getting a bit more colorful. For some of you, it doesn't feel like that just yet, but it will, right? With the Seven of Pentacles, it just feels like you're doing your due diligences. You're fulfilling your obligations, just trying to work towards certain changes and adjustments in order to make things better for yourself, while you feel or being reminded again that you're truly guided. These coming through as your guides. Feeling like you're going to sort of see, as you move forward down your path or redirected towards the right one, you're going to find yourself being pushed to take baby steps in the right direction. And you'll see sort of, I'm seeing it as almost a video game, forms of abundance in front of you, and you just got to kind of snatch it along the way. Right? Feeling like it's not going to come, just kind of fall into your lap, but you just got to grab it, right? It's yours for the taking. And feeling like all the meanwhile, your intuition's going to come more and more in handy as you're being pushed to just shine that beautiful Libran light for all to see. All right? So I hope this reading was truly helpful. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And don't forget to send me an email about booking a personal reading. Wishing you nothing but the best at this time, sending you love and light, and I'll see you next time. Bye, Libra.